name is Kyle Martin, and I am the U16 director for Pennsylvania USA Wrestling. I take great pride in our age group and the successes that we have had over the last several years. Currently, we are the reigning freestyle national champions, winning the title in Fargo every year since 2018. We as a state are motivated to continue these successes. Even more importantly, I am focused and dedicated to the development of every athlete in Pennsylvania, regardless of their current ability level. In an effort to build on our current successes while also promoting the growth and development of every athlete in Pennsylvania, this year we are going to provide technique videos from some of the top coaches in the country. These coaches may look familiar as they have served as staff members on our U16 duels or Fargo national team. I ask that you try some of these strategies and techniques and implement them into your training to develop as a Pennsylvania wrestler. We'll have 1 or 2 technique videos per month. For our first Technique Tuesday, we have Associate Head Coach of Cornell University, Don Vinson. Coach Vinson was an NCAA D1 All-American at Binghamton University. Currently, Cornell is ranked top 10 in the country by Flow Wrestling, with 2 athletes being in the top 20 pound-for-pound wrestlers in the United States.
What's going on? I'm Donnie Vinson from Cornell University. This is Andrew Morgan, my workout partner. Today we're going to be going over some freestyle technique. My number 1 technique is going to be start with my leg lace, and then eventually when he defends that, we'll work up to our gut wrench and just chain wrestling like that. So I just took my guy down. We're in the starting position. The first thing I want to do is isolate the leg that is on my dominant side. So how I do that is I'm going to throw in a stirrup. My laces go to his laces. I'm going to turn his heel out, and I'm going to place my knee up at his hip flexor to make sure everything's nice and stationary, like this. Boom. Now there's a lot of weight coming down on his leg here. You can see that his hips are starting to rotate. This is going to be a nice position for my shoulder to place underneath his butt cheek and his tailbone for me to start to attack this lace. So from here, I'm going to hide this arm. I'm going to bury my shoulder into his butt here. And I'm going to start to drive with my leg. At the same time, I'm going to table this leg, and I'm going to put it on this far hip here. So I'm going to drive, find these laces, and now I'm going to pull it up. Again, I don't really release the pressure off this far leg over here with my stirrup and my knee going in. So I'm driving, I've got this tabled, I've got a lot of tension coming up. I'm going to get a good bite on his hamstring here with my hand, and I'm going to start to rotate his hip back down, and then this leg is going to counter it by shooting back through to defend the lace. And when that happens, I'm going to place my hand to stop the scissoring and go for my lace. So I'm going to start to torque this up. I can feel that pressure coming off of this lace here. I'm going to let it slide, and I'm going to down block into my lace. This hand here is going to be secured on his high leg, and it's just going to come through for my actual leg release and my finish. So again, I took my partner down. I've got my stirrup in, I've got my knee placement, I'm going to attack that shoulder, I'm going to drive, I'm going to go for my quick table, I'm going to cinch it up, turn that hip down, wait for the scissor, I'm going to block, and then scoop. Leg lace. I've got my stirrup in. As I'm going down to adjust my shoulder to get to that adjustment, he's going to start to bump back. Here. I can't pull on this leg, it's really hard for me to get through. So I'm going to find that hip, I'm going to pass my top hand here to this hip, find my lock, and now I'm going to cinch on his hip flexor, and I'm going to take my trail leg to come over to crash and load his hips into mine. I'm here, bam, take my drive leg, step up, and drop. You can switch your head either side that you want. If you really want to crash the side hard, stay focused on looking in that same direction. But if you're uncomfortable that way and you want to turn your head, that's all right as well. So again, they're starting to defend this lace. They buck up. I can get my back arm deep to his hip. I'll get a lock, crash,